Good morning, Mama. Did you get two babies? You got two babies. Good girl. Should we go get you in a pen? Been hauling straw and hay, just waiting for you. Okay, we got a boy and a girl. And her udder was like a little wonky. It was making me nervous that she had an issue, but it looks like they've both been nursing on one side. So I just pulled the plug on the other side and she's got no issues, plenty of milk. But yeah, they've only been nursing on the one side. So I unplugged the other side. So now they can get to both sides and hopefully have no issues. And I know you call for every lamb, but you already have two. You don't need any more. Yeah, you already have two. But I've been hauling some straw to bed up these jugs because with all the rain we've been getting, everything in here is very, very damp. And I've got a couple of these guys that'll go out tomorrow, but a couple of these guys that just came in yesterday or the day before still have a day or two to go. I know, I'm so proud of you. I wish those had been girls though. Okay, and I realized yesterday, or this morning, I guess, last night, whatever time I was doing my editing, when I was editing, I never came back to these three that were born yesterday. Hello, sweet girl. You did good. Okay, so Rainbow did have triplets, 2 boys and a girl. One's under her, and then the other 2. And so, yes, she has accepted all of the triplets. So far, she has enough milk for all 3. Not an issue. She did have twins. She loves her twins. And we think she had the one that never made it out of the sack. So when I put one of the triplets with her, she immediately accepted it. But the minute we got in here, she threw it against the wall. So that was a no-go. I wasn't even going to mess with it. So she's going to be happy with 1. She's happy with 2. And she's happy with 3. So we're calling these a done deal right here. But everybody's a little happy little family right now. So she's doing really good. If there are issues, I'll just pull one of the boys off. We'll bottle feed it and then sell it as a bottle baby. And so far, so good. I do have 1 lamb. This is the trouble with shearing my sheep, is I've gotten so used to them being in full wool that now I can't tell them apart. Like these 2 white ones. I don't know who's who. One of them has the twin girls and one of them just has a single boy, or a single girl. And one of the girls is lost. It's like she can't figure out who her mom is either. And so she keeps calling and calling and calling. Now I know she's found her because I've seen her nurse, but every now and then you'll hear her throw a fit. And she's somewhere over here. But she did find her yesterday several times. But yeah, now I can't tell who my sheep are. So, but it is nice to have them sheared and not have the issues that we were running into last year. Last year we did manage to get through about half the flock, but everything that we were shearing, we were selling. So pretty much everything I kept, very few of those did get sheared because we were just trying to get what we were selling sheared so they didn't look quite so crappy at the sale yard, which meant that everything I was keeping ended up looking crappy. But we did probably get through about a quarter of what I kept. So it's a start. And we'll just keep moving along as best we can, getting these guys taken care of. And like I said, April is going to be my big shearing month so that I can get whatever we miss during lambing. Since there's only like 54 of them, I think. And then whatever is the later part of March and April. Basically, we're just going to keep whittling along as best we can. Yeah, that's the plan. So, but just a set of twins this morning. I've been hauling hay and straw, trying to get things. It's so wet. It's just, I'm grateful for the rain. I really am. I'm trying not to be cranky about it, but it's just making everything so soggy in this barn. So I'm just trying to straw things up and keep everybody comfortable. Just keep moving along as best I can. And then last night, after I shut cameras off, hi sweet girl, can you show me your baby? Wendy had this huge little girl about 10:30 last night. What? You are so noisy. So, another ewe lamb, another big single. You're okay, Mom. You got two itty bitties. Those are two little babies. It's a good girl. You're okay, Cascade. Yeah, you did good, Mom. Good girl. Oh, I hope both are girls. And she did give me twin girls. Now, I know I've told Cascade's story before, but it's been a few years. So she is out of, and I know I say this a lot, one of my favorite ewes. But it's true. So Cascade's mom was Cloud. And Cloud was one of the first ewes that I ever bought. She was an older ewe, so I only had her for a couple years. And Cascade was one of the, I believe, second ewes I got out of Cloud. And Cloud was one of those that I was never going to sell, even if I never got another lamb out of her. And unfortunately, she did die on our place. So Cascade, you've noticed I have a ewe with a funky back leg that looks very crooked. That's her. She does have a crooked back leg. When she was about 2 years old, she got her leg caught in a fence and it broke. And we brought her into the barn and we had set it and we put her out into the pasture right behind the barn and it was still wrapped. And one day she disappeared. She jumped the fence to get in with the big flock as they headed out back. And I told myself, there's no way she's going to survive. She can barely keep up. That leg kind of just hangs. She can't put any weight on it. I have set broken legs on my ewes before, and we've always kept them in the barn. Well, we had a barn full of sheep. I didn't want her in here. I wanted her away from where she was going to get knocked around. That's why I had her in that pasture. And at that time, it was smaller. We had them separated into, those were our breeding pens at the time, because we had a lot of sheep. And so she disappeared. And she had disappeared for like 2 years. This was before I had my RFID tags. This was before I had, I don't want to say a better system of keeping track of my sheep, because I still have sheep that disappear and show up again. But yeah, she was gone for like 2 years. And then one day she magically appeared. And she had a very, very bad healed leg that is now more crooked than any other ewe on the place. She gets around fine. She keeps up with the flock. Never had an issue. Lamb's just great. Carries 2 lambs without any issue. Nurses 2 lambs without any issue. She's not a huge producer. She gives me between probably half a gallon to 3/4 of a gallon of milk when I do milk her. So enough. I mean, she doesn't lag behind by any means. But yeah, so she's one of, I wouldn't say she's a favorite. She's probably, I do love her. I love her lambs because her lambs are always good lambs. They are friendly. She's so friendly. Part of that has to do with the trauma of getting her leg broke and having been messed with us getting it set and taking care of her before she decided to jump the fence and disappear on us. But yeah, she's a good one, and I always look forward to her lambs. She's a great mom, and yeah, so that's her story. She's out of one of my better milkers, one of my favorite ewes, one of my original ewes, and she's a nutcase, but I love her, and she has great lambs, and I always look forward to her lambs every year, and she's a survivor, which is more than I can say for some of my sheep. So yeah, another set of twins today.